you. It's going to pump you up. It's going to get you going. It's 10 different examples of progress, 10 men in there who have been through hell and back and have come through it. So,
and today I've got my very special guest, Carl Foster. And Carl has been on the show. He is family to this show, and we are going to talk to him about a brand new project that he's involved in. So, Carl, over to you. Please share. Tell people a little bit about you, what you've been doing, what you've done in the past, and a little bit about this new project.
Okay, good evening, everybody. And yeah, my name's Carl Foster, and originally I was and still am the author of a book called SelfMade. But SelfMade was what opened up opportunities to me. And one of the opportunities that it has opened up was an invitation to be a co-author of a new book called The Secrets of Successful Men. So I'll show you an example of both books. So this is the self-made book. Yeah. And then the book that I've recently been involved in is Secrets of Successful Men. And it's really looking at overcoming challenges, overcoming adversity. And it's got 10 male authors in the book.
Wow.
But I think it will inspire male and female. I don't think it's just, it's not just a book for men. So definitely, don't be, women, ladies, don't be discouraged by that. And I think the reason why it's important for everybody, I think, looking at it like this, women have husbands, sons, brothers, male friends, so
yeah.
And they may know, a lot of guys who are going through stuff. And this is a book which they can identify with. And I think success, there's some universal stuff, involvements in success that will appeal to both genders. So it's definitely a book for both male and female to go out and get out and, and get some inspiration and learn some new ideas, which is going to carry them forward in their life.
Well, how important is it for men in this time that we live in to be open and sharing their emotional, mental, everything, all the things that they've been going through? Because we know that years ago it wouldn't have been easy to find 10 men to be on one book. It would have been very difficult to find that. So how important in this, and how far have we come from where we were?
I think it's very important to communicate, and also it's a good way to reach out for help, because there's some people who may be suffering in silence.
Mm-hmm.
And if we only just open up and communicate that we need help, we mustn't feel it's a bad thing to ask for help. And it could be the thing that solves the problem for you and helps you to move forward. So it's always important to communicate and open up. And I'm glad that we're starting to do it. And hopefully this book will encourage more and more men to feel comfortable, men and women to feel comfortable to speak out and open up about what challenges they're going through in their life and get moving forward.
And when you were asked, when you were brought in, when you were asked to do the book, was it easy for you? Was it just a yes, I'm doing it? Or, did you, because you've written a whole book by yourself. So what was the difference for you being part of a co-authorship?
Yeah, it was nice to be able to can collaborate and be among 9 others who have been through challenges as well. And of course, so isn't just looking at financial success, it's looking at people who have overcome great challenges in their life and the lessons learned, and those lessons being shared to others who are on the same journey, trying to find a way forward. So it's a book that would definitely appeal to all different types of people, all different journeys that we may be going through, and it will help you to find that light and that way forward.
Fantastic. So what I want to ask you is, you in your section of the book, you chose to do poems, and you also shared about visuals, how important it is to have a vision. Why is that so important, Carl?
So it's important to have a vision, because the vision is your compass, it's your roadmap, it's the way forward. You need to have a tunnel. You need to be able to can see a way through of where you're going, so you know where you're going. You don't want to just be doing wild actions, and you don't know what the purpose of those actions are. It's important to take
Yeah.
action, yes, but you must have a direction to go with those actions, so you're constantly moving forward to where you want to go in life. So visualization is very important, and I definitely would recommend those of us who are on a journey of moving forward to build up a vision, a powerful vision of where we want to go, and to hold on to that vision until it's realized and becomes our reality of life.
And I know you work with children in schools, and how important is it for them to know this type of thing, how to visualize, to go for their goals, to have a vision, to believe in themselves? How important is it? And what did you find? What's your findings when you work with young people? Are you finding that these types of things are missing, or do they kind of know what you're talking about when you come in and start talking to them?
No, it's really important for young minds to have a vision of and image. And I think when we're young, we're quite good at visualizing and
Okay.
fantasizing,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
is a good thing. The challenges for young people is, I think, similar to adults, is consistency, and but they may have more distractions at that young age, and it can be easy for them to knock off course, and that's where mentors and coaches, teachers, and youth workers pull together to keep the young people on track. And it's a commitment, and it's not something you can just do one off. You've got to stay with them. You've got to spend years with them, communicating and committing with them to stay on the right path to achieve their goal. Many times when I've worked with young people, yes, one week it's a good week, and they've been joined a course or signed up for something. A few weeks later, you could hear they've dropped out. So
Oh,
it's important for them, the support workers, to keep them on track and to get to stay with the program, whatever it is they've signed up for, course, or commit to the goal and see it through. They've got so many distractions going on within them. So those are the challenges that we face when we're trying to support our young people, is to getting them to commit to it and stay with it. And yeah, with the support, they will see it through.
and the book is by men, but it's not just for men. But for
That's
young, would you say this book in the hands of a young man would be a really good thing, especially a young man that is struggling
absolutely.
into, there's all this talk about incels and, young men who really are not coping. So would you
Mhm.
say this book can really get a young man to get past his fears, his doubts, that feeling of hopelessness, and carve out a way for himself?
Yeah, absolutely. And what is going to get is there's 10 examples in the book of, and I think maybe that's the strength of the book, in that you've got 10 examples. It's not just one person saying this is what
Yes.
you've got variety and variation. So I think that it gives the book its advantage and its strength, in that you're going to get a variety of different experiences, and what comes with that, I suppose, is a variety of different solution frameworks and ideas that the individual reading the book can expand on and say, okay, I could use that for myself. That could work for me, and they will find that they probably identify with different journeys more than others, and
Mm.
some will probably look at it and say, "That's me. Yep, that's definitely my journey." And what that will bring is, you're seeing from that author the way out, the conclusion, what happened in the end. So you're on the journey now, but you're getting a chance to say, "Okay, so this is what happens, and this could happen to me too." So, so I think it gives people inspiration, it gives them clarity, confirmation, and the idea, I suppose, is to motivate them, inspire them. And motivation is good, but consistency is the key thing. Motivation will get you moving forward, but consistency will get you to stay with
Will
it.
get you there, yes.
Commitment is important as well.
What is the thing that you find is that like you mentioned, a distraction? So someone has a goal. Everyone starts off well, doesn't they? Especially like the new year. Everyone's got their new year goals and what have you. what would you say, what is the tool they can have to help them with consistency? Because I agree with you, it's easy to get motivated, but it's also easy to find so many reasons why you can't keep going.
That's right. So the tools, I can speak for myself, is I read books, I listen to motivational tapes, audios, I go to workshops. So for my public speaking, I go public speaking workshop. Back in the day, a few years ago, I used to go to Anna Shear's Theatre to do stage work. But there's a story behind that. I used to go to Anna Shear's Theatre when I was a kid. My gran used to take me there with my little sister. So I used to go there as a child to Anna Shear's Theatre. I also got a chance to be an extra in Grange Hall as a result of that. So that was my tool for doing the stage work. And then as an adult with a new book out at the time, I used that to help me again, which was good. And Anna was probably in her 80s when I last went.
Wow.
She's since passed on, by the way,
Oh,
unfortunately. So, but her work lives on,
of
and
course.
so now I actually go to another workshop periodically. I don't go every week, but I may go at least a couple of times a month. If
Mhm.
I've got a gig, a talk coming up, then obviously I'm going to ramp it up and I'm going to be living on that workshop, living in there literally. I'm going to be there every week as often as I can to just get rid of all the shyness and all the um, mental blockages that we may suffer. You've got to work it, you've got to push yourself. So I'll up my game, which is what you've got to do if you're prepared for something special, get yourself prepared. It's good to be prepared all the time if possible.
Mm. So would you say, Carl, as a child, you go into Anishare, which is a really well-known school for acting and helping young people. Would you say that that is a really good thing for young people in general, and not just those who have the talent to act and do the things, that you were doing? Would you say
Yeah, I think good for personal development as well, because and I needed it. I was very shy as a kid,
And would you say
and
even adults? Do you think adults should go to some of these? Really?
absolutely, I would, and there is adult ones available. There's lots going on there. You've got Toastmasters, and
Yes, I've been told
various.
about that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's loads for adults. And when I go public speaking workshop, there's people of all different ages there, and it benefits them. And you see when they first come in, you see the development. They come in, they're
This
shaking,
time, yeah.
they're nervous, and they feel embarrassed and all of that. Then you see them about 6 weeks later, and they're really like they're on the stage.
They're strutting, yeah.
They want it bad. You see, they're very dedicated. They come. There's some that come there every week. They're there all the time, and you see the growth. And that's what I'm trying to say to listeners. You will. This change thing isn't fantasy. You will change. You
Mm,
will get past the barriers. You will progress, and you will enjoy the rewards of no longer having those chains that are holding you back. Because the worst thing is when you're being restrained and it's by yourself. It's your
it's
internals,
into,
your
yes.
beliefs. It's a horrible feeling, and once you overcome that, that is such a beautiful feeling. And I enjoy it now. I can go on stage when my name is called up. I fly up off the chair and go up there. I don't hesitate at all. I get up there. I do my thing, and I feel like I've accomplished something every time. It would be the worst thing would be to back down and not go up there when my name is called. And I've seen some people walk out the class because they were too scared to do it. And no, gosh, can I imagine how I'd feel being on the bus going back home and feeling like I backed down? No, I couldn't live with that. I'd rather go on stage and mess up and go on stage, but knowing that
Yeah,
I did
you
it.
did it. Yeah.
That is the key thing. Don't feel uncomfortable if you make a mistake. And the good thing in these workshops, we all support each other. If somebody does mess up, we're like, come back up there, let's do it. Don't worry. We're all feeling the same way. So listeners, go for it. Challenge your fears and move forward.
I love that, Carl, because you're saying, you'd rather go on the stage and, you know, have stage fright or something than get on the bus and go home and don't do and, didn't
I
go.
know if I go on the stage and I mess up on my words, I mess up the presentation, I'd rather go on stage and mess up the presentation. At least I've had the guts, the
That's a
courage.
powerful mindset, though.
I'll
Yes.
go on there. I did it. I can come off there and say, I did it, man. So I don't care. Than to be on the bus and I bailed out, didn't even give it a go, didn't even challenge myself. What growth is in that? What did I learn? I came there and left the same way. At least by going on the stage, I've broken some chains, and I will go back up there until I nail it.
And you saying that, it's funny, a few weeks ago, I was just thinking, what is it? What is it about human beings? Why are we so scared of each other? We're all the same, we're all people. But what is it that makes people so scared to? They said actually there's some sort of survey or statistics that deaf and public speaking is up there together. Some people actually fear public speaking more than they fear death. They will actually put themselves at risk to avoid public speaking. So what is it, Carl?
It's just the fear of failure and self-image, and we've got to get over this image obsessed thing, take the attention off ourselves, stop being self-obsessed, and just throw that in the bin. It's like when I was talking to some students, and I was saying when I'm preparing to do a talk, you've it's weird. A part of you has got to put all your heart and soul into the talk. You do the practice, you're preparing, you're sort of looking over what you're going to talk about, what you're going to cover, and then a part of you has got to throw that in the bin and be like, I don't care two hoots. You got to let go and then just let it flow through you. And so you've got two things going on. You've got the hard work of preparation, then you've got the part where you've got to release it. And I don't care two hoots. I'm not going to worry about my tie, my shirt. I'm going on there to communicate a message, and this is the most important thing in the world. All that matters is me getting this information out to my audience. I don't care about nothing else. Did I get a shave? I'm not focusing on that. The shirt, no, I'm focused on, I need to get the message out. No time for self obsession or self-focus. I'm focused on my audience. This is the most important thing in the world, to get this out to them. I'm going out there now.
So it's about getting over yourself.
That's right.
What you need to do. Yeah. Because I was listening to someone recently who was saying, how arrogant that you're focusing on, what people think about you, as if people haven't got their own things to think about. Why would you think that you're so important?
People that got bills to pay, they've got children to send to school. They're going through divorce, they're going through hard work, bills are coming in. You're here as a leader in a leadership position, trying to help people. How can you be focused on your tie or your shirt or your blouse or whatever? You do what you have to do.
I look big in my dress. Yeah.
When you leave the home, you prepare yourself, you do what you've got to do. Once you're on the stage, you're on the stage. And the only most important thing in the world is to communicate that information to the audience, get that information out there and save the world.
And do you think that's why this book is so timely? As in, people it's like we're getting to a place now where people have to put themselves out there, because
that's right.
The world is changing. We haven't got job for life anymore and all these different things. So do you think people have to dig deep and find their gifts, their skills, their talents now and showcase that? Because that might be what's going to put food on the table for them in the future.
That's right. The game has changed, but it's also created new opportunities, and it's also created new skills. And it's nice to see that people are getting out there now and they're really going for it, and they're starting to move forward. They're starting to get rid of the old way of thinking and starting to bet on themselves and starting to realize they've got something to offer. And we're starting to see all different types of people, really moving forward. And it's an exciting thing to see, because we've all got something to offer each other, and we can all uplift each other and inspire each other, and use that to help all of us move forward together.
And it's at this time, Carl, I will ask you to just say, what would you say to your young self? Because the book is about men, but it's also a book about young men coming of age. And it's almost like this book is a chance for them to be mentored into what it's like to grow up, and they don't have to make some of the pitfalls, and they can learn some of the things that you guys have learned. So what would you say to your younger self now that you know what you know? What would you say to that young Carl Foster who didn't know that he was going to become who you are today?
So just stay focused and keep aiming towards your dreams, and the change is going to come, and it's going to be exciting and uplifting. And it's not going to, life isn't going to stay the same as it is at that moment. Being shy in school, not doing well, being the last one or the one at the back of the class rather than the forward in the class. It's going to change in the future. You're going to be the one who's in front in the class. You're going to be the one who, when you go into a seminar, you're going to sit at the front in the seminar. I'd never hardly sit at the back. I always come in first and sit at the front. And, so that's where you're going to be. Things are going to change, and you're going to be up there with the top ones and not at the back with the ones who are going sideways. You're going to follow the ones that are going forwards. So just stay on track, stay focused. It's going to happen.
Wow, what a message to send to one's young self. Just imagine if the future self, which is you now, could have sent that young Carl that message back then for him to read or listen to, how he, it would have helped in so many ways. But here you are. And what I loved what you said was you're the one who's right at the front now. So can you imagine, say you got together with some of your school friends and they were always at the front and now they're at the back and they're scared and you're like, come on, It's funny how the tables changes when you work on yourself, isn't it?
That's part of the self-development. That's the reward of self-development. And it's, it goes back to what I heard a speaker say a few weeks ago about choose your hard, as in
I love that. I love that.
And it's hard to do it.
It's going to be hard not to do it. It's going to be hard to do it. Why not just do it? Yeah.
That's right. But the only thing is, when you don't do it, it stays hard. It stays
yes.
Do it. There's a reward at the end of that hard work, which means you've moved a step forward. You've broken some chains, you've broken some barriers, and life is more fulfilling and uplifting, and you're moving forward to where you want to be.
Beautiful, Carl. So at this time, because we're going to be wrapping up soon, I want you to share one of your poems with our viewers. I keep saying listeners, but our viewers, because I know writing for you and writing your poems was really a crucial part in your personal development.
Okay, so I've got one here called Dry Your Tears, and this is for people who have been going through some stuff and, just trying to find a way forward. So here it goes. Dry your tears. So here we go.
So I'm speaking to Carl Foster, who has got a new book out, and The Secrets of Successful Men, and he's about to read to us one of his poems from his original book, SelfMade. And he's just really going to...
Where's Dry Your Tears? All right, here we go. 1 second. Oh, there's another one that's coming up, but
yeah, you can do two if you want, or you can do one. I tell you what, do one now and one right at the end when we wrap up. Yeah.
Okay, I found Dry Your Tears.
Let's go with
as promised. So here it goes. Dry your tears as better days is coming to you. Don't see yourself as a victim, as that will hold you back and keep you stuck where you are. To move forward, instead see yourself as a being of power and greatness, of who can make great things happen in your own life. Give yourself time to heal and mend. It will all come together for you. Yes, I understand you have to release the pain. Release it and let it go. And rebuild yourself, coming back stronger and better than you were before. Recreate yourself, reinvent yourself, and rebuild your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-confidence. Emerge a new, improved you. Set personal goals for yourself. Give yourself purpose to live, as without purpose, there is no direction but frustration. The pain, the hurt you feel today is temporary and will pass. Pump up your mental energies with positive feelings that will last. Self-love, enthusiasm, inspiration, motivation, your aspiration. Your power is in creation. This journey called life is of constant change. And understand this: if you don't like something, you have the power to improve it. Use the power of visualization, affirmation. The power is in your commitment and dedication. Use this incredible power within you to discover just how great you really are and attract all the abundance of life you desire. So, dry your tears and change these tears of sadness into tears of joy. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. That was beautiful. And, that's such healing words for anyone who's going through anything, whatever it is they may be going for. So thank you for that. So what I want to ask you, have you got anything you want to share or anything else you want to share about the book? Why should people pick up this book?
This book
just
inspire you. It's going to pump you up. It's going to get you going. It's 10 different examples of progress, 10 men in there who have been through hell and back and have come through it. So, like what I was saying before, 10 different variations. And so it's kind of like you've got 10 books in one, but kind of really, made digestible and easy to take in the information. And also to point out to viewers, there is an event that we're doing on the 15th of June, Saturday, the 15th of June at 7 p.m. UK time, called The Secrets of Successful Men, where online, some of our authors, I think there's about 6 of the authors, will be online for you to talk to and throw questions at us. And I'll be there. We'll be doing our presentation. We call it Power Speakers, our Power Talk, and we'll be doing our presentations. Also, the creator of the book is a lady called Sharon Brown, and she also did a book called The Secrets of Successful Women, which was the first book. And this is where this one has come from. That she thought it'd be a good idea to do one for the men as well. She'll be hosting that event, so you'll have a chance to also speak to her. So join us on the 15th of June. We look forward to seeing you there.
So, Carl, is that meeting, is that for men and women or just for men? Who should attend?
Everybody, men, women, young people, grown people, mature people, all different ages can come to that group and talk to our authors and ask us questions. And we'll be doing our power talks to inspire you, uplift you, get you moving along. Maybe you've had a goal for quite a long time and you've been close to throwing in the towel and you just need that little fire to get you going again. And, we're going to give you that support that you need. We're there to encourage you, support you, and get you moving forward. So we look forward to seeing you there on the day. Don't miss out. We are there to support you.
Wonderful, Carl. Wonderful. So, what I want to ask you at this time is, you've got another poem, but is there anything you want to say personally? Is there anything you just want to say? Because I know you always have words of wisdom, and I know you're always out there on social media sharing, insights and wonderful gems to help your audience. So is there anything you want to leave with us before you read your poem, or you want to read the poem first and then leave the words? It's up to you.
It's just really for listeners to stay focused on their goals and dreams. It's so easy to be sidetracked and discouraged, with life going on, and the months and weeks pass so quick. By the time you look around, another year's gone and not much has been done, and the goal is still a dream. So the key thing is to just stay on track. Every little bit of action is moving you forward. Make every day productive and try and put in what you can towards the goal. And before long, you will arrive.
Thank you, Carl. So over to you again.
This is another poem that's in the book. I think with this poem, I wanted to try something different. And this is a poem called The Butterfly Love. So, a lot of inspirational people were talking about making money and or nothing wrong with that, and wealth. And I wanted to write a bit more about emotion. So this one was called Butterfly Love, and it was really to describe the feelings of when we feel true love. So here it goes, a bit of sentimental sides coming forward.
Little bit of love never goes too wrong.
Here we go. Okay. So this is called the Butterfly Love poem. Love is a powerful emotion, more powerful than any emotion known to man. Her love will pick you up. Her love will make you dream. Her love will make you do things you never thought possible. The love you feel for another human being will make you see the world in a different way. Suddenly, I'm aware of the trees and beautiful green grass. I can see flowers, birds, and now appreciate the sun, the moon, and the stars. I feel the fulfillment of this love. Her love can be like no other. Her love makes me sing songs. Her love makes me jump for joy. Live your life in a mind of love and feel the joy. My words to her, let me and you see the beauty of the world together. When I am weak, she picks me up. For this world is a beautiful world. For without your love, all this beautiful, all this beauty would mean nothing.
Wow.
I may have betrayed you. I may have hurt you. I may have mistreated you. But by the fear of losing you, my ways, I realize now that I love you. Because of your love, you have healed a broken man. Your love has stood the test of time through my trials and tribulations. My lady, you are, and I will live in your joy. For you are the butterfly love. Live your life in the mind of love and attract the joy and wealth of true love. The butterfly love.
Wonderful, Carl. We love that. So yeah, we heard earlier on about how to overcome things and how, with dry your eyes. Is it dry your
Yeah.
eyes? Yeah. And
Right.
then dry your tears, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
That's right.
So that's beautiful. So we are running out of time, but is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up and say our goodbyes?
So the key thing is whatever you do, don't give up, stay focused, stay on track, make it happen.
And is there anything going on? Are you doing anything else that you want to share with people? Also, how can people get in touch with you? How can people, find you on social media, please?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn.
Carl Foster. If they just put Carl Foster, they'll find you.
Put in Carl Foster, author of SelfMade.
Yeah.
Carl with C, not with the K, and you can't go wrong.